But first, President Trump addresses the nation, touting his administration's policies while blaming the Biden administration for a number of issues.
NBC4 News at 7 starts with breaking news.
We begin with the president's primetime address, which lasted about 18 minutes. He touched on a variety of issues from immigration to tariffs, which he says are boosting the economy. He also promised more affordable health care and tax cuts. NBC4's Conan Nolan in the newsroom now with a breakdown of the president's remarks. Conan.
That's right. The president of the United States frequently likes to use as his foil the previous president. That is, of course, Joe Biden, and this was no exception. The president speaks routinely about how he compares his administration to the previous one when he talks to reporters in the Oval Office, at cabinet meetings, on the tarmac, as he did earlier today at Andrews Air Force Base. And tonight he did much of the same, focusing on central themes that he has talked about for the past several months. Fundamentally, immigration, speaking dramatically, or for most of it, it appears, in the 15-minute speech, about how the border is solid, the border is safe, and that he's in the process doing everything he can to rid the nation of what he called the individuals who were let in by the previous administration, who are attacking Americans and are providing all sorts of negative elements to American society.
11 months ago, I inherited a mess, and I'm fixing it.
For President Trump, it was an effort at extolling the virtues of his leadership and accomplishments of his first year in office, making points that he routinely uses in media gatherings, where, as was the case tonight, he sought as his foil the previous president and the rival party.
Under the Biden administration, the last administration, Joe Biden, Democrat politicians, Biden last year. Under Biden, demanded by the Democrats.
Recent polls have the president not doing well when it comes to the economy. He blamed Democrats.
And it's their fault. It is not the Republicans' fault. It's the Democrats' fault.
Mr. Trump spent much of the speech on the issue of immigration, saying that illegal border crossings are at a historic low.
1 year ago, our country was dead. We were absolutely dead. Our country was ready to fail, totally failed. Now, we're the hottest country anywhere in the world.
And he announced a one-time pay bonus for members of the armed services.
Warrior dividend. In honor of our nation's founding in 1776, we are sending every soldier $1,776. Think of that. And the checks are already on the way. Nobody understood that one until about 30 minutes ago. We made a lot more money than anybody thought because of tariffs, and the bill helped us along. Nobody deserves it more than our military, and I say congratulations to everybody.
President touted his tariff policy, which is before the U.S. Supreme Court. We may have a decision as early as before the end of the year. Plus, he went on to say that as far as he's concerned, next year is going to be vitally better in terms of the economy. He said when it comes to the notion of affordability, he used that word once, and again, he attached it to Democrats in the previous administration. I'm Conan Nolan, NBC4 News.
Conan, he kept mentioning that prices are so much better now, but the poll that you showed us earlier doesn't seem to indicate that a lot of people feel that way.
Right. There's a lot of context that was missing in much of what the president said. For example, once again, he said the cost of the Thanksgiving dinner was lower today than it was previously in the last year. He did mention that that's apples to oranges, that last year a lot more items were in that Costco Thanksgiving package than this year, fewer items, and therefore it costs less. And there are plenty of places that have not seen the reduction in gasoline prices the way he said. There's much to be debated on what he said tonight, but clearly the president wanted to get a message out to the American people without the prism or the filter of the news media, and it's worked for him in the past. He's hoping it'll do it again.
All right, Conan, thank you.